We were living in Los Angeles at the time, the four of us in a small one-bedroom apartment, me, my sister and our parents. My sister and I had one room for two because of the limited space. But we were not discouraged. We were not only relatives but also best friends. Even now that we live in different cities, we remain close. It was a summer bright, filled with birds singing and the sound of leaves. We enjoyed every moment. We were on vacation, and household chores didn't occupy us much. So we could spend whole days outside. In the evenings, before going to bed, we put out the lights and drew the curtains and talked until late, telling each other stories from funny to scary. We especially liked urban legends, like in a dark, dark city, in a dark, dark house lived a girl. When we ran out of stories, we started making up our own. And one day we decided to try to call the spirit, took candles, a mirror, found some spells on the internet and began the ritual, which suddenly interrupted my mother. She came into our room. "What are you doing here?" "Bedtime." We reluctantly put our stuff away and went to bed. We whispered for a long time before we fell asleep. I don't remember how my eyes closed. There was only a dim nightlight burning in the room. I dreamed of huge mirrors. I wandered among them, but I couldn't find my way out. Some of them reflected the flickering flame of a candle, some shadows. But I wasn't afraid. I knew it was a dream. Suddenly someone touched my shoulder. I felt someone's presence without opening my eyes. Yes, someone was in the room. I could hear it breathing. It was looking at me. Then I heard footsteps. The old parquet creaked under someone's feet. The footsteps were slow at first, and then they quickened. I opened my eyes and saw my sister sleeping across from me. She was sleeping peacefully. Something stopped at my bedside. It stood silent and then leaned towards me and in my sister's voice asked, "Are you asleep?" "Yes," I answered. I just felt it was the right thing to say. "Let's go to the kitchen and have a sandwich." The creature spoke again in my sister's voice. Goosebumps ran down my spine. I pulled the blanket higher and replied, "No, I'm sleepy. Go on without me." The creature stepped back to the door and laughed softly. It wasn't my sister's laugh. It was the laugh of something else, something not human. And it disappeared. What it was, I don't know. I didn't tell anyone about it this morning, and I don't know why. No one knows about it to this day. The creature never came back. We moved out of that apartment a year later. But I still feel fear when I remember that night's event. I'm afraid to even think about what it was. Who did we summon that night from the mirror? Is it gone or is it still around?